What was the situation between Jimmy Henchman and the Kings?
Which one?
All the situations.
Man, which one? If you're gonna bring him up, you got an idea of what you're talking about. So what are you talking about? Before I want to know, what do you know?
The public one, man. Come on.
Which is the public one?
You know what I'm talking about.
No. You're gonna tell me so I can elaborate because we're not gonna play that. Which one you talking about?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I just know that he had problems with the Kings before.
You heard. But there was a situation with we used to go to the studio, and when we was in the studio with him, there was an individual that used to be around us. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, he would go there without us when we was there dealing with music shit, which kind of strange. So he started gravitating to them. So one day when we went over there, he was like, "Yo, you vouching for this dude?" I said, "I don't vouch for nobody to do nothing that got nothing to do with what we doing." You know what I'm saying? And we was there.
Wait, Jimmy asked you that?
Jimmy's man. It was Jimmy. It wasn't Jimmy. It was Jimmy's man. Jimmy was there. Like Jimmy was like the type of dude he'd come out with sub, but he always had this like little, like this Napoleon type complex type. You know, he always got to be like, you know what I mean? Like, but he was cool. Like I never had no issues with him. You know what I'm saying? We knew a lot of Brooklyn people, whatever. So, but anyway, the individual started dealing with them. Oh, bullshit. My bad. I skipped the whole. Before that conversation, we was with one of my peoples from Long Island that had a little music shit going on, and he had a couple of artists. So he was dealing with a deal with Henchman at the time to push the artists. So make a long
Czar Entertainment?
Yeah, to Czar, to do some shit with them to push them. And at the time, I think it was J.O. Felony was fucking with this dude, and he had a lot of different artists here in New York that he was dealing with. They had that Bulletproof Love stuff and all that stuff going on, whatever. I ain't gonna get too much into names or whatever. But there was an individual there that was a king that we didn't really, we had certain things going on about him that we try to stay away from him. So when we wasn't there, he would show up all the time. Anyway, make a long story short, this dude ended up doing some business with the dude. Dude was a confidential joint, you know what I'm saying? So when we came back over there, the nigga Jimmy and them try to get, I was like, yo, bro, ain't nobody told you do no business with that dude. Ain't nobody introduced you to that dude. He came with them, matter of fact. I just know that he's a king. He came with them. That's their situation. I ain't co-sign nobody doing nothing with you. You know what I'm saying? So supposedly his man had got caught up on some gun charge shit, and they were trying to say that. But that was a whole big beef with him. Then there was another beef in jail with him and the Kings over some phone shit. But I can't really talk too much about that because I don't really know the whole story. I just know it was over the phone, and there was an altercation on Rikers Island about over the phone shit. That's really the shit.
It got squashed? It was cool after that? Or like it was really that serious? Just in general, like his issues with the Kings?
Nah, the one in the street it wasn't really a king thing. Like I said, it's because the dude was a king, and he knew we was kings. You understand what I'm saying? Like when I used to go to the studio, he know I'm a king. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we know certain people from the prison system and from Brooklyn. So it was a different situation. So he tried to involve it like it was a nation thing, and that's when we was like, nah, hold up, son. You never spoke to me about, is he good money? Is he this? We're not here for that type of business, first of all. I'm just here with my man that's doing music with y'all. I know you, but behind that whole scenario, there was a big issue between the dude we was with and Henchman and them because he made him sign over some of the artists because he brought that dude around him, and that dude was a fucking informant.
Wow.
Yeah, that shit had nothing to really do with us because we, like I said, we ain't really pump with dude like that. We know him. Yeah, I fucked with him for a minute, but like when it came to like, why are you there? What are you doing? And then you're not even there when we there. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like,
right. It's not our business.
No, if I would have known, bro, it's like, all right, bro, nigga no good, whatever. But Dude turned out to be a fucking confidential informant in several different indictments. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly he's the one that told on that dude Tef, the one that was doing the shooting shit or whatever from Staten Island or whatever the fuck for some gun shit, whatever. But like I said, I don't know, bro. These dudes is like, I don't know, bro.
So then the situation you're talking about with the jail shit, that's when Jimmy gets locked up for the whole
yeah, the shit
like,
that happened with the indictment and all that dumb shit. It was some dumb shit over the phone. It ain't even nothing. I think it was just a fight or whatever. So it ain't nothing crazy. But the other one was it could have turned ugly, you know what I'm saying? Because nigga, you bringing a fucking informant around, but like I said, that shit had nothing to do with us. You know what I mean? That's why I don't really get into too much of that the shit with that dude, because that shit is really nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? Like I ain't got nothing to do with whatever they got going on. You know?